Here with Bishop Sullivan Catholic head football coach Chris Scott as Dante Burke announces his college choice of Temple Owls here at their kids camp. Coach, I know that had to be special for you to do it here in front of all the little kids. Dante's making his choice for Temple, and this is a young man that's grown a lot from 2 years ago at Ocean Lakes to now, and has really blossomed to be a major factor for your defense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could see that he played last year with a chip on his shoulder. Great film. On Tuesday, we basically had an entire day of defense talking with the campers of making big-time plays, and he scored 2 touchdowns in one game, had 3 touchdowns on the year, a safety, block punt. He's definitely blossomed into being one of those dominant defensive players around here, and couldn't be more proud of him. It says a lot about him as a person to say on this very special day, I would like for the little guys from around the area to be a part of it. I just definitely a great way to do it, and I couldn't be more proud of how he did it.
What was different in his game last year? It really looked like he just grew into a football player. He had that frame from a couple of years ago, but he's a guy I know you tinker with a receiver, DN. What was different about him where the light bulb went off?
I think we had a church retreat during the middle of the year. I know that's kind of funny to say, but a church retreat during the middle of the year, and he was part of my group, not because I chose him, but just because, and we were together, and we had actually a little camp out session. And I said, Dante, I know it seems like I'm a little tough on you, or maybe tougher, or expect more out of you. I said, but you got this monster inside of you that is ready to come out. And he's always shown these flashes, a big hit here, almost a strip fumble here, but just to do it each and every play. And it just seemed like he got, it just was like, he let unleash that monster, and he really played with that difference. He was a difference maker in multiple games against big-time teams from around the country.
Yeah, and he's more that speed end guy. He was just talking about that a little bit. He's going to put him some more weight, but a guy that's hard for those tackles to get out and block because of his quickness off the ball.
Yeah, I think he benefits from playing a lot of lacrosse with that, being able to be aggressive with the stick, but also how to maneuver and get around guys. Sometimes maybe try to go through them, but a great sport to kind of help him get ready for that, and definitely utilizes those skills on the football field. So you're exactly right. The quickness, his elusiveness there has really allowed him to make some of those big-time plays he made last year.
He had about 15, 16 offers, schools like Georgia Tech, Old Dominion, Maryland, others that were very much in the picture. But what's it say about Temple staff? They got a new staff with Jeff Collins coming in. Matt Rule left to go to Baylor, but they've had back-to-back 10-win seasons. I know they're recruiting some other guys on your team as well. For them to come in and get him, and they also got another defensive lineman from Virginia in J.D. Beer, the D-tackle at Dominion.
I think the coaching staff has definitely got a lot of energy. I think the last coaching staff had a lot of energy, and then this guy came in, and those two guys were actually college teammates, the last two head coaches, so they knew each other pretty well. And so even though the turnover in coaches, a lot of the same philosophy, a lot of same structure. So you can definitely see the energy there is heading in the right direction. But I tell you what, a tough decision. You turn around and look at Old Dominion. I mean, look at what's going great with their football team, with a lot of commitments, being ranked in the top 25. You turn around Georgia Tech and the education you get there, Naval Academy. I mean, a lot of different things and choices and options that he had. But all in all, I think that maybe that close it out was a little bit of the proximity mixed with a little bit of what he wants to do for his major, and then those coaching staffs putting probably the cherry on top and that energy in the direction that they've had and consistency, hoping that he'll have another 3 or 4 or 5 10-win seasons.
You mentioned he wants to do something with physical therapy. And last one for you guys to come and season. Dante also told me, you know what, we had a good year last year, but I'm not satisfied with that. I want to go 10-0, which I know is probably news to your ears to hear something like that, which is not easy with the schedule you guys play. Out of the gate, you got a tough one. Give me a thought on this year with him, your outlook for him and his team as you get ready for the game one, which is only 2 months away now.
Yeah, I definitely look for, last year he kind of started to help be that big-time playmaker where some people kind of said, oh, where did this guy come from? Oh, wow, he's been around, but now he's really playing well. He's playing at a higher level.
He played hurt too, didn't he?
I'm sorry?
He played a little bit hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah, well, throughout the season. I mean, he showed his toughness, game 5, and then plays another 4 or 5 games with his shoulder injury, and then waited to the end of the season. So just showed that grit, which I think segues into what we're going to be looking for from this season. Is we have the expectations to see that type of performance. Obviously, against the teams we're going to play, it needs to even be a little bit better. But with that said, the thing we're looking for that leadership. That leadership role. It's along with he and Taraja, it's their defense, their seniors, those guys that have been together making big time plays, and up front he's the guy. He's not the junior that the Gaddy brothers are looking for to step up. He's the senior searching for some juniors or sophomores, and he has to lead those guys. So I hope that's what he'll bring, and just by making the decision of seeing how he's bringing others together to be a part of his decision making, I think allows us to see that. I think he's going to step up and be that leader for us.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. All right, thanks a lot, buddy.